Yabatua ba campaign mu and Yero John Dramani Mahama come make statement be say it is about economy, stupid. This election is about economy, stupid. So the last 4 years, Ujina Simpini Apaso. I think last 8 years rather. As a Ghana for short memory. Short memory near the day. And the Oki came in Ghana for. Ya de kota ya kwan ma mokra nya mo fani ade ade no enim se esi ho this election the era John Dramani Mahama e kan ya enkrofo asase e de target no this election is about economy, stupid. Yes, I know so you attempted and so you attempted ni bia na ano ana me bra Penny Felix Apia of Coda Media shout out to you, big ups, credit to them. Now what does it Yero John Dramani Mahama enjoy lazy games na lazy excuses na woman no. Now we start here juma. First 100 days was obe abolish betting tax ne other taxes yaka. Into what say odu officer the first seat. We be the man what na kunya no so no we betting tax free. We taxes be free. When just what dey maybe excuse oman no atete apansam ni ade na say ono na oba be ni ade no when just excuse na said the year Sammy Jemfi asma ka che Sammy Jemfi de buso mintimi nka ye gonko tie bimra ye ba ye beto so de
John Dramani Mahama, you are not going to use this and aniamemo because eno no mo dey ahye Ghana for ni trim so that oba no one perform okra na you will give him an excuse. John Dramani Mahama, you have no excuse. You have the only person in Ghana, apart from Rollins and Nkrumah, who have been made supreme leaders. That controls everything. So John Dramani Mahama, don't come and use your lazy man's approach to start putting things into people's minds. Say, Ghana sign because all the indicators that shows, say, oh, mine and say, no, it's all pointing positive. Now this time, we are not going to buy you a stupid excuse that will make you just go and impregnate girls and bring them to that place. It's not going to work. It is you who said this election is about the economy, stupid. So now the economic indicators are looking positive. We don't want you to come and tell us anything. Before you took the realms of power, before you stood, you knew, say, this thing was about the economy, stupid. So John Dramani Mahama, Excellency, make sure on your first day in office, your first job is the economy, stupid. Nyame ya dum. Na ya de ya papa Mahama siya kunya so boom. First thing we want to know, the first day in office, the betting tax must go, the e-levy must go, and all the taxes are Sammy Jemfi Nimsa Box Iron. Ebeka Chere said they are draconian taxes, they have to take all of it away. And if they don't, and I'm going to say there be social media na ye wono ebinu adwene no a twist the chain NDC for the no. And ne se wo port Mahama ba SSL port no ye eniama close to free because ono kwa no nim deal on Vincent Balori e ko sign here na Ghana for ye it say ye di ebufuo eya ade and it is going to cost us hwe me pacho sa we ye ne MPSD no ahwe Vincent Balori port there no has anybody had a chance to see him? You know he went for 7 billion. You know, out of the 7 billion, the country Ghana only got 3.5 billion. Me catch us, we a wicked Ghana. No more bread, chairman. No more bread. Because this will clearly come and confirm what some of us are saying. Oh, the airport to call for 35 years. 7 billion. No so I say a buying account to me a year. Juma no so. The whole Ghana go to a accountant general and check. Go to Auditor General and check, say, Satema port sale, no, what did we get? And then do you know these days how they brand it? They said, build, what's it then? Build, operate, and recover, which means, say, the man say, company, no, owns the airport, no, now fantetenica. In the company, no, AC port, no, Tema port, no, now all the atetenica for 35 years. What's the Kevin Taylor said? Bomba me na mintie.
John Mahama overnight on to him and 5 cities, Ember 1 city. It will never happen. John Mahama overnight on to him and 15 letters, 15 Ghana cities a letter to a 2. It will never happen.
Such a stupid buffoon. Such a non-entity. Mr. Kevin Taylor, on your biao, a very foolish, silly guy. And when your political party be a yadrin and war form. And a they be or their dada for 8 years. Always lying to them. And Oma buying to it. So, ejabewie. Honorable meba Ghana me kuku kunina mabere poto no kre area no so ede but enyede because se ofa BBC wani so for almost 4 years na upushia na wenya the outcome a ohwehwe na ya ye nipa ide you be disappointed, you will feel a way about it. Now so dia ede wo mu a make say ede ne say ensemu pia ye kekaye and some pia yenmu bi ba online ebe kekaye sebe Ghana foni bi dwene se na eye yen yebotom yen yaban ana yen krofo a ebe didi nti ena ne ye ka no and the Ghana for a start et ho den et ho aduaba aden na make sa hwese ya to abawie na yenya kra mfa eye dia SSO di president no president elect no yemfa ninsi so emanen so eye na yetuminya obi eko obi radio station say ye na ban na abenti yenyi journalist bi man na yembo no I hope you are getting it. Yenya for munsi so ba yetumi wura office eko ka say yenya ban na was ntuma amoye adwuma office woni na mumpie. And these were the things we warned Ghanaians about. And this is a typical example of the Israelites. Ebra niame mu ye den ne nyame bo omodin yi omu free baby na emu koye den kakra no mu wira fi kura se no mu wonko asum they forgot said they were slaves. The Israelites forgot said they were once slaves in Egypt. Once they got a little freedom at ye wema every free inte niame mu koye den kakra no ye ne apaba ye ntumi onyankopon de yaba se yebewu yebe yedien onyame kra ben nie ye keka nsempi ena menu mienu ni na ye hu bi ya beto aba na ye ka kire mu say Ghana has 2 options and have 2 choices to make. One, if we want Ghana to progress, say Ghana enko ne mpempe so epese edro ana say yenya no the regular na we ni bi na we sumedi bi na ya she Valentin buta kata ne ye de ko. Some of you taggers say because say you do MPP intino say be the can be a true. But and they have a good news for the people that didn't vote. So we share their air coso and there will media so NDC for and yes we win you Ghana for winning abatono. They are the winners. Anyame adomo 7th January. Ye the NDC be den ebesi so. There were NDC for win Mokran said now they are a supreme government. They have both parliamentary, executive, which in effect would come to the judiciary. You understand? So they have been given everything that they deserve or that they want. And sadly, when you look at the voting pattern and you look at the people that went to vote, I'm sorry, I can say majority of them were the 255 boys and the Tramadol boys. And that is why we winning. That's one baby on nenam. Nenam shishe niama. Shishin Crawford, hospitals near she, EC office near she, post office near she, police station near she. And yes, when we knew you were winning. Where we in the crown, or Chira will say, he is not fit to rule this country. That political party NDC is not fit to rule this country. Because ya june ye bakope or time any dia yebedie. Enti ene ye nina ye hu all of it going on. Collins, but a year police station na almost share no. But sa police station na fa me. Me hu ye se wo koto aba na ulu so a na opulu protest. Za nete. me call ye no me gidi say me wini and ya je free me nsem enti me kwa akoko na ma fight for what is rightfully mine what I say but say o wini na wo bebe di ade na wo kro na wo say twa wo ho say aban institutions na ho na wo de be ye adwuma no wo be se wo abubu ho ni na awia ansa na wa ba government is that a normal party enya asafo party no me se hwe aba we matu na mo betwa so aba pepepepepepepepepepe utie aba no mato ye de nyame ase so say ya to awie nanso mo betwa ho aba pepepepe because minti bi da say ye tumirika ma wini ye de nkunumdi abotre ne bebo me say one mo amodi nkunumdi abotre ne bebo me no mebubu obia na mu metwitwa obia na mu ansa na ye de nkunumdi abotre na abome. It shows you the mentality of this political party we have brought into power. And we talked about it. It didn't work. Minia, bo video no na one more air with Facebook. And once again, I Koda Radio, I Buga Show, host Felix Apia, and I'm here kunyamuno. Share page no na my page no enko do baby. Share. Share the echo suya. Just look at that. Ya tuaba. Where we need. The power is yours. Uni obia ponchim and then say Mahama ni NDC 4% Ghana fu ni na da omu wo tumi omu de besa and so omu so mbehye ama. This is the thing we find ourselves in. Now me omu amayire mo ho and I go away me say me enya me ya o me ka kire mu plane enya me ya ne enya me ya chena because a way kura na be kire Ghana for what we are supposed to do. Say Muslim nkoto aba e mama trama of akwakoyi president amaya enkwase asem bia wo no beba bia mo betenem mutie ye no mu bi na emfa ye hu de bia meka me baba akokura ne wo Ghana kurumu ha na de ebeya me ya ne se akola bi na otia wa hem kwanta na watumi atwa nanso yo hia ni nti jenna no pokwa agema ka kye ne se Opoku Ware ni Wesley girls there is reserved for the elite, for the rich. They say you guys will pay. That's how we Ghanaians are gonna pay. Because first, no, say Oba kwa prempe, Oba kuko these big schools are. Say we obi a o papa woska, o papa wo connection, and I say we ni mo obi. Ekufu ado na ye se wa be say Ghana ne ba, and say we free kwa Bibrem 11. Say we free Japan, say we free Bandai, so we free Sukura, so we free Nima. So long as ubecha na we chane de, wo so ko prempe ni bia eyeye. Adwene nya adwumenti. Why we nim sa abo bia nim te ho, e na dokona bo amento aba. Enti say no, de aba bedu ne say sankwase aba na ye ni na yakoto. Na yama MPP akotena form na yesi NDC mbra no yebeye ko matenam na musio nkan obi ade we am very serious about this ene ombenya asene asase ne de aba me so nyame ya adom na ye de ye papa Mahama sie akonya so boom. First thing we want to know, the first day in office, the betting tax must go, the e-levy must go, and all the taxes are Sammy Jemfiye ye nimsa box iron. Ebeka chere said they are draconian taxes. They have to take all of it away. And if they don't, and I'm going to say there be social media na ye wono ebinu adwene no a twist the chain NDC for the no. Every tax unim Ghana for you wicked people. In 2015, when John Mahama and his people, this was even 2014. They introduced 27 tax in one budget. 2014 budget. Introduce so tax are anywhere afeni yadeba 27. 27. Enumu nakaya yo tax ne omo friend say catalyst tax ne sa de ni na baye. Ye baye ye beyi mu 17 and e free ho. The same Mahama during that time, as someone catch a Ghana for and say wanje taxia, a better than webumayano. Say the money doesn't come from anybody, so the only thing John Dramani Mahama can do is to collect taxes. So when Mahama was collecting taxes, it was very good. When Akufo-Addo came to collect tax, hey, draconian taxes. So day one, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, this is something you promised. Most of the Tramadol boys who are burning factories and burning people's properties, they came to follow you, voted for you because you have promised them, say, Obama betting tax nefrio, so that tax has to go the first day you sit in office. 2, 11 when you use 4 years, Edia bastardize yano, ese muchasa 11 mu. All the other draconian taxes are NDC for say ye dia gumusono yesramo eseso omu yini ni na free ho na mo de NDC for akwasi ampafo ni bi amaba page no so no ejimi fo ni bi amaba no mo de mo manyanya ne te se mu na mo power o. In a way mu na mo power. You understand, because you have been given almost everything for you to succeed. So you have no excuse. You have no excuse to say you are going to fail. All the taxes, all the draconian taxes, we expect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, because he can do it. Like I said, he's a supreme leader. He has parliament, and so he has what? Samobe Kaya, when they were fighting for majority, almost said they are the majority. No, one of the things they said was that they want the majority so they can cut the betting tax. And levy. Samobe Kaya, the Emma Babin, Edin Semuhunua, Omanko Parliament Buno. They said, so many majority now, they are going to remove all these taxes. Now, cry the money majority keku, mukre supreme government. So we are expecting NDC's John Dramani Mahama first day in office. Otsena Jubilee room ho. Otsena office wa. O make sure so fan the pen at the first thing or the Beko Parliament and they say reverse this. Now Makasa no moma memfa we so entoa so. Enkrofo bi nenam. Keka kire Ghana for say Akufo-Addo etwa betting tax ni 11 me patwa nya no kre. Akufo-Addo oni tumi odi betwa betting tax ni. Akufo-Addo oni tumi a obde betting tax beba. Akufo-Addo oni tumi a obetwa 11. Akufo-Addo oni tumi odi sabi 11 beba. De obetumi aka ne say me pese me gi 11. Na ye de akoma hwan, ye de akoma parliament. Na parliament aye ho adwuma. Se parliament jutumu a ene ye betua 11 no. Into the same way, we expect John Mahama to table these things to the parliament so that they can do it once and for all. Now boys may try bet no. And so when you're then and tomo because almost 10% now yet no. And no bufuo and the koto aba edit government. Inti se wa badia ya papa Mahama sa betting tax na yeden yi those betting tax no fi free up. Ebio yesi yaji COVID levy. Na COVID ni omo ba ombetwa COVID levy no ombetwam. Ya besremo se eno so no Mr. Mahama, sorry, Excellency Mahama is supposed to table that for Parliament and let it be worked on. Now, Mama Menti Adiebi son chairman, meaning Samusuma. I was so surprised when I saw John Dramani Mahama talk about things are gonna get tough. Did I hear that? Or say things are gonna get tough. Now, maybe okay, I'll say the journey is not going to be easy. Because the outgoing government has plunged our nation into an abyss. Now, the truth of it, and they say, one will say he had a meeting with the IMF, we in the country, we in the director now. And the country director has warned him, say, there is nothing about our indicators that shows that it is a weak economy. So don't start getting yourself excuses. It needs to work. Utiye. Because now you can say, so offer all the indicators on Ghana's economy is moving at the right direction. And now you can say, they campaigned on the dollar, and the dollar ne dying 14, good. They campaigned on fuel, and the fuel dying. All the things they campaigned on right now, they are all being turned positive. So John Dramani Mahama should not come and take us for fools to say, or because any amemwa not their pay excuse, and the Ghana, and the Berian Quasia Sikabio, and a question Pafone Kudi, and Maso. John Dramani Mahama, you are not going to use this And aniamemo because eno no mo dia hye Ghana for ni trim so that so oba no one perform okra na you will give him an excuse. John Dramani Mahama, you have no excuse. You have the only person in Ghana apart from Rawlings and Nkrumah who have been made supreme leaders that controls everything. So John Dramani Mahama, don't come and use your lazy man's approach to start putting things into people's minds. Say Ghana sign na una abeye ni ye, cause all the indicators that shows say on mine ye and I say ye no, it's all pointing positive. Now this time we are not going to buy you a stupid excuse that will make you just go and impregnate girls and bring them to that place. It's not going to work. It is you who said this election is about the economy, stupid. So now the economic indicators are looking positive. We don't want you to come and tell us anything. Before you took the realms of power, before you stood, you knew, say, this thing was about the economy, stupid. So John Dramani Mahama, Excellency, make sure on your first day in office, your first job is the economy, stupid. I didn't say it. Your foolishness led you to say that. Because Abba ube die Sika ube riamasa wa kwasi ampafu onintino. You stood there and said, this is about the economy. Stupid. So John Dramani Mahama, Excellency, before you pick this job, before you be sworn in, you know this is about the economy. Stupid. We are not going to give you chance. So, okay? May can't assembly Chenkrophobia. Yeah, to about 2016 we. Yes, we are Kufado in 7th. Meboa. Obi ankosha adiwe. On the 9th of January, they led them. And then the NDC communicators, they went to sit online and said, "Oh man, more heading." 2 days after Nanado was sworn in, their message they say, "Oh man, more heading." And you know what? Ghana Francasa, we deserve Mahama. I swear. With the type of Ghanaians we have, we deserve Mahama. Because still, yes, where we in 7th. On the 9th, on crop forward bontin say on minor say. Now the video free say government no buy no. He has not even passed his budget. Meboa. Doesn't the budget get passed in April, May? That is why when it's getting to the end of every election a year, you pass a new budget that would go for what? The 1st January to the time on pass the next budget. And I mean, that is how the principle is. First quarter, because the first quarter has to be approved in the 4th quarter of the year, no, right? It's not NDC for you if you could say, "Hey, you almost template and an Ekufuad way use until May of 2017, when he was able to read his first budget in Parliament." Into yes, yeah, baby. Utie, ya crowd is saying to Sono Crano, accommodate and dada. Utie, and we expect John Dramani Mahama to perform. And more Ghana 40 bonko so for na bibia mudi Jimmy and the politics. Mama make us someone share ye. Someone share ye. Like I said in Kumasi, we will continue to raise lazy politicians who wouldn't work. Utie, Oba Onya Juma. Oba Onya Juma because he's going to buy excuses. Mr. Bansa, how do you tell me, say, you campaign solely on the economy? And you told us, say, the abai way ya na economy nwi to oba ya economy ni den obe ni ye. Ye nya grandfa we si akonwa no so. What start isu? Additional person we gina so this indicators ni na kire say it is looking what? Positive. So why is Mahama crying now? He's not even the president. This will show Ghanaians how weak-minded that man is. And this time will be soon. Now, for me, it is a good thing because this election actually showed 3 things that I noticed. If you are a party in power, and please, this is serious, and you don't pay attention to the things that need to be paid attention to, you pay wickedly for it. So we a party a over power. Now idea na se san ka hwe bibi te say den o grassroots, o base. When to me and kasa idea na mboma, you will suffer a humiliating defeat like the MPP have suffered, which I'm included. Ya reporto. The next thing it shows Ghanaians and say, Wuti pupua wobidi emre ni na nse. Ense tie ni na so ntumi nya peda. Wuti pupua menua wobidi. Ebi anaka nto senkwan. Wuti pupua wobidi. Now we are seeing the man who said he was going to liberate us from this economic hardship, telling us that don't expect anything extraordinary from me. Hey, what can I tell a video no? Oh yeah, boa papa, bomami. Bomami non charge me cramming to me shade jaka krengum. Na me nim so ya boa sa.
John Mahama overnight on to Madokru 5 cities ember 1 city. It will never happen.
Kevin Taylor said then, we shouldn't expect Mahama to bring Kenke from 5 city to 1 city. But when they were doing the campaign, they said when Mahama come, Kenke will be sold at 1 city. As a matter of fact, me, baby, I'm a co-supervisor. There was a woman that was telling us, some stupid thing I'm like she was using. Sadia no bread in crana, ye better. And Osha woman, ne dibialitia. Utu say, dia odie crana eden. And that is why the poor people's children will forever be stupid. I'm sorry. That is the truth. One was the Kaniba where Jimida. Rollins and Banon about where Jimida. Kufu and Banon about where Jimida. Mahama and Banon wants about where Jimida. Nancy, I said, Sharafa Bason also, or the new rap politics. Yaya kwasi ampa for ne mana ye di ya ma menum wo etrabi dantiom hwe homa me die na ye nyanya nsasem bia amfantete no ya na ye sori a ye kodi nkwasi asem achi because on ka kire me say Mahama ebe fa dokro na 20 pesos obi upon check it 2012 2013 when Mahama was coming Kenke was 20 pesos after 4 years ago 2 cedi 50 pesos and ameboa was Mahama able to bring it down? Was he even able to keep it at 20 pesos? No, it went up. Then after 8 years, Onipa that's need to make a say, Mahama wo no 2016, 8 years ago no, na a 2 cedi 50 pesos. Until after 8 years no, SS a 2 cedi. Machira sa de we sa say, hwe obi a enya politics na wo ye. Na wo ye genuine analysis. Ghana ye nuane bebraye die na e season now. Ya wobra ebroba. Ya wobra bancheba, ya wobra brode ba meboa. Enu titama brode wo ho no, brode aduane be efo. Ebra beans beba no, beans aduane be efo. Ebrochire sa na tie. Hardly would you hear say ebrochire somebody is complaining about the prices of food. Because they know it is not just dependent on the government in power. Na mo Ghana kra so de ya wo mu say the artificial inflation is too much. Me say baby aya na we aya better baby me ya we ya koto we salmon eating no Western Junction no so on said there's another kenke bi so to aso adenti na baby aya yen ye to ye de no ye bo kenke 7 cedi 5 cedi na the other woman ne de oda so bo 3 cedi 4 cedi why it's the same kenke ana meboa inti ada no obi de obo ne de 5 cedi 7 cedi. Now the same lane no and yes fast so why anameboa ono turn no 3 cedi 4 cedi adentia why because opeono nkoa ne diem dia oton dokono no openem faso yesi atechide penimoja dodo ayeden ye de moja na hisabi ensuo na frama no anameboa enti ono no di nsuo afram e di buni nua na ebeto dokono ne den ekom na ne wira firi so obekwa akoya maburo enti aburo ran so beka se petro kosoro meboa enti aburo na nka obanyam no 2 cedi ono so de beje 4 cedi wo de okwane de 4 cedi dia wo bu afu se ne amabo ayeden wo betra wa wo de bo dokono ne dia wo bo no 7 cedi. That is what is killing us in Ghana. But again, like I said, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has no excuse not to perform. Utie, he has no excuse not to perform. Mumbisa ne say all call your GDP. Neda about 56 billion. Meboa. And then we are talking about over 1 trillion. So how can you tell me say ebra na wo de near 56 billion no? Your papa che and na 7 GDP na to me grow to over 1 trillion no. Into a na say we should give you honeymoon. He's a lazy politician. And it is Ghanaians who made Mahama lazy. Ghanaians made Mahama lazy. Yes, in some way. Even though say amembo de on one number no yemfa no sa. Utie. We have come at a point where I personally, and this one my MPP people might not be happy with me, but it is the truth. I want Mahama to succeed. You know why? Because if he doesn't succeed, he wouldn't feel the pain. If Mahama doesn't succeed, he wouldn't feel a pinch. But akwale na otibo gosuna na onye free education kono. Na education bebo no. But Mahama will still be eating. Ya besa secret to Yanaka as a statesman. So he wouldn't feel the pain. But who are would ya bufuo nti wan koto aba. Na wo ma trama of okoyi Mahama ma wono. Wo na abebre. Because me say we menti ase da obi antumi nkyere me muda. You cannot tell me say me you win power, but I will cause mayhem. You are not ready to govern. When you are ready, say you man obey. So when we need an asanka, a kufuadu ye Chinese and a memu no yes 1 penny, and I beka so quiet then kokun. By the idea man, Yasiama Parliament, Yamama de say de mema winina. What is your excuse not to succeed? Mahama has no excuse not to succeed. He has to succeed. Utie. Betting tax no so be twem na so twem. E-levy no so twem. COVID levy so twem. All the taxes as Sammy Jemfika said they are draconian taxes no. So mu twem ni nem na Ghana for den. Enye yi. Ene se wo port Mahama ba se port no ye yi eniama close to free. Because ono kwa no nim deal on Vincent Balori e ko sign e. Na Ghana for ye say ye di ebufuo eya ade and it is going to cost us. Hwe me pacho sa we ye ne MPSD no ahwe Vincent Balori port there no. Has anybody had a chance to see him? You know he went for 7 billion. You know out of the 7 billion the country Ghana only got 3.5 billion. Me catch on say mo ye wicked Ghana no mo be pre chairman o mo be pre na me dey. Because this will clearly come and confirm what some of us are saying. Or the airport to call for 35 years. 7 billion no so I say a buying account to me a year no so. The whole Ghana go to a accountant general and check. Go to auditor general and check say Saturday port sale no what did we get? And then do you know these days how they brand it? They said build what's it then? Build, operate, and recover. Which means say, the man say company no own sea airport no now fantetenica. Into company no AC port no tema port no now all the atetenica for 35 years. In that same contract, the another way Kufuan signing at Amil signing no Ghana was supposed to get 30%. What was signed in 2014 by John Dramani Mahama was reduced to 15%. Kufuado Gofredami, every no yet deputy attorney general. And Otumiko fight yeah, we got the 15% back as they say Ghana, you 30% from the port. One they call John Mahama. 7 billion no Ghana you 3.5. But Ghana ni say, Dokuno boy di nti dia Mahama yo, say yo and yo na mfa ne ho. Say dia Mahama ye ne bo man, say embo man inform ho. Enti ene ye nyina ye betinam. Utie, ye nyina ye betinam. Na Ose Kevin Taylor said eh. Boma me na mintie.
John Mahama overnight only man do 5 cities ember 1 city. It will never happen. Because John Mahama overnight only man do 15 letters 15 Ghana cities a letter to air 2 it will never happen. John Mahama overnight only man do 5 cities ember 1 city. It will never happen. John Mahama overnight on to him through 15 liters 15 Ghana cedis a letter to air 2. It will never happen.
Such a stupid buffoon. Such a non-entity. Mr. Kevin Taylor, on your biao, a very foolish, silly guy. And when your political party be a yadrin and war form. And a debut or their dada for 8 years. Always lying to them. And Oma buying to it. It is the same Kevin Taylor now catch there say. John Dramani Mahama Excellency Bar. Adriana Bobeya Fono. Say no Sabetra Ekacha say Mahama to me Adriana Swa. What does that tell you? He's already buying an excuse for his boss. So that even when the man fails, they will say, so when I see a case to me, yes, sir. But oh Babejia Benrian, who said it's about the economy? Stupid. You better to Dokunoso. You better to Bayiraso. You better to Yashawoso. You better to Sanya Mani now. So my boy said to me, I have 3 guests, 4 guests in a day. And then the same Kevin Taylor. Ocha Turoma Nito with him for so many years. We are the control about Funwe, you know. We bet you catch us and Mahama cannot reduce the price of Kenke. No, he's not. John Mahama himself said he's not a magician to create jobs or to put money into people's pocket. And that is why some of us, we kept telling Ghanaians to say, man, cover the price of food and fan kotuaba, because you will vote and regret it. O kan mo say na Akufo-Addo so ba no sa na kan say dokno bo enti say Akufo-Addo ba e be kan ye no so ya hunu say nya sa na tia. Do we still follow the old ways of doing things? No. Like I said, we are raising lazy politicians, and that is going to go against this country called Ghana. Now, my major issue, I no currently me ba ha I decided to do this program and I say, Yatu abewi, Onyamin Chade, Yenuanum NDC for Ewini, Ghana for say, Yen try omubiu, ebi at this time, no, omubi papa, and I'm a boy. Now, the power is in your hands, and the power will be handed to you in a few days to come, and I'm a boy. So Swampa say you came for Ghana. Why do you want to destroy before you build? They have started a resetting agenda. Back to the Rawlings days, where soldiers will just come and grab your things and go away with it. It's the same thing they are doing, looting. Yeah, they are looting. They are looting stores. They are burning EC offices and all of that. Chaos. Me mame, esi abrosain. Abrosain who papers ni na chrese media. Bacho we uti. One more mudia grass ne say. Ese so mu gugu grass no so kakra nsa na o ma handi key na mayen. Ya say ye kobu bu dan lu verse ni windows ni na because ye na wini. Na say ubu glass ni na. Ya wi na ye di papers na ma no. Afei na wo ko pesika foforo e dia ko fix windows na. Ghana for my boni o. My bonne papa. My bonne papa. And posterity, it's not going to forgive us for this. When you said this is the 2 times and Uncle Pond this idea we attest here. Okay, President Kufo. Okay, so Kufo be boy juma do baby. Ana Ghana pija. And ye be and we had discuss and on my way and a corruption. Now, unim. Jesus Christ. Ghanaians are not smart people. Boss, for you to say I'm a thief, you must have caught me some way, one way or the other, or prosecuted me. The fact that I say Mahama is a thief doesn't make Mahama a thief. What will make Mahama a thief is, are there cases that points that this man is indeed a thief? Obi to be shower bontain, onene kokeke, onim baby, he doesn't even know who you are. Or so mame. Mewa, do attempt. Your mother, mewa. No, onimu. Now, your mother is, excuse me to say, ebia omami, make you say ebia na omami a banker. But only pan say omami ebia or a jantre ni. Does that make your mother an ashawo? No. The only way that a shower tag can tag or can be associated with you is if indeed your mom has been caught with that act. So let's go to Rollins' time. Kwame Pepra went to jail. Victor, what was your friend saying? Salome. He even died in jail. Yeah, we were jail. Oh yes, he died in jail. These are records. Okay? He died. We walk around some of the neighbors. See no maybe see about thing. Okay? Oh, they are not on China. There are other than Abu Dhabi. All those people went to jail, and these were Jerry John Rawlings appointees. Tatu Tikata went to jail. NDC people went to jail. Now they said Kufuor is corrupt. Meboa. They also arranged Kufuor's people. Dr. They sent all of them to the court. Not a single one was guilty. So they have to let them go. Then John Dramani Mahama comes to power. Ben Thompson. A friend is saying, David Exibi. Abu Gapele. And all these people went to jail for causing financial loss to the state. The recent one is said in Temaklu. Chrono or person won't you also want penny check because check there we can trace it. And the effect is getting Nengu, Ghana must go, Mumano. Oni pana wono abo chrono a court akas wa abo chrono no onu mo party so omo nya kronfo. MP before na mudi omo ko gina court na nsument mi amfa ba akokran tum no omo mo na ya kronfo, and Ghanaians buy into this nonsense. Mr. Bansa, this is why my heart bleeds. And that is why sometimes I get angry. Because I'm trying to understand the thought process of Ghanaians. Usi obi ye kronfo. Udi ni jina court kura went to me afanantu. Obi sa we ye kronfo. Wo call your second day na no bibi a kire sa ampa we ade no omudi wutu. Wo se wa wakoda jail for krono no, wumbo wo nye kronfo. Na they are under jail no mo eye kronfo. And Ghanaians buy into this stupidity. Well, we bought into it. And we have voted for them. What is more important, they now have parliament. Inti sikebia yabeji ewo Ghana ha. Msha no man fa MPP for amefra. Because this time yeso yan crofo 84 we say 83 we say then yani omo kokasa. Dia mo kotena wa koya ne yeye. Utie. Yeye nko. We want to buy 80 billion. Yeah, mo face kanonko. Nobody should go there to that. We can't even obstruct nothing. They have 2/3. Isn't that wonderful? Why is Mahama complaining? You have 2/3 of parliament and you are still complaining? This man is a lazy man. And he got the presidency on a silver platter. He had the chair no. And for this second time, he will show Ghanaians the reason why he is not fit to be in office. Somebody might be a nice man. It doesn't necessarily mean they are good leaders. But just what I say. He's a good guy, nice guy, handsome guy. But does that amount to good leadership? No. And this is what we are going to be left with. As for me, I am happy that they have what we call supreme government. So they have no excuse to complain. How many minutes do I have? Okay. So in wrapping up, let me reiterate the things that we are expecting in the first 100 days of John Dramani Mahama. The first 1 week in office, we want to see the e-levy off. We want to see emission tax off. Okaya, NDC for share that sman crofo kunkurase. Eko kachire koko for say, Udo we phone na wo be share. I just saw be paper. Ewa kra, ne ye be susu wefuo ne kakraka. Na enwusie no, oma charge no wetua san wa hye wefuo. Jesus, how can a country believe this thing? This doesn't even make sense. Like, why do we do this? Collins, why are we so cheap? Like no be Mr. Bansa intino sabio se obi di atrochre wa. Inti wan kasa so maame e wo no nu for de ma ho no. Antre unyansa se de akoe kan ye tro. Na ekuafo agye di. Your man ko she ye 2014 no. Abeka kire wo say enne wo kodo ko. Ebia me dua buru kakra. Efuo na amehye no yesi aban beje me tax. We expect John Dramani Mahama to do away with the emission tax, the COVID tax, the e-levy, and the betting tax, and all other draconian taxes, as Sammy Jenfi likes to put it. They should take it away. And then we are welcoming for my soccer players in the Premier League. John Mahama promised to pay you guys every month. All the Premier League people. Yes, Abema monthly sika. Ube to your Premier League for. We expect that to happen so that we can have more local players take good care of themselves, buy boots, and be able to train for Ghana. We need good black stars now. And John Mahama promised us that. Again, the other day, I think I saw Setepe, the man who will be controlling the money pretty much, telling us that Ebrochire free education, is only limited to day students. And I'm a boy. Inti yani ayekobo des ni yentwam. But just say enti ma me no ton kwadu na oye nanim se adoeba anim. Se gari olon kan ko surunti no okoto aba e de ati aban we no obati aburi onya aburi ni nkobio o de ne beba nkwanta nan early o de ne beba kwa Bibrem Development and Government Studies e ho na ade ne beko obi aba be yi bureaucracy free ho obi aba wa be computer placement to the point where now akola ni twankwan dia it doesn't matter the background obi to me akọ school. These people are not even in power yet, and they are telling us that the free education will be limited to the day students. Dear Yawu Mukrane say, the vice president to be, Yamame Upugwajiman, or say, there are certain schools is supposed to be reserved for the rich and elite in society. Intinya kolebia na eso ko prempe. Enya kolebia na eso ko pukuare. Enya kolebia na eso ko presek. Say schools ne ye sikafo anyone ye di ade ye emma ne ko. They are going to face it, and that is why I said I'm happy. They are going to face it, and that is why I said I'm happy. He also promised, finally, say free education, no. Say, yeah, you should Ghana buffer stock bill. We don't need the government to supply them with food. He would rather give the money to the headmasters to go on the market and buy zomi, baire, crayfish, ikpeyi, tintinla, more, agbelima. So we expect that when he takes over, buffer stock should be left alone. The money is going to be given to the headmasters. Ebio, or say, free education or debano. Well, when they say, Awufoni Bebratia said they want it into the private school, so the man who was not willing to spend 2 billion for just government schools is now willing to add all private schools. Now, I'm in the private school, now I bet you I'm free education. Me private school, no. I'm the private, no. One add me count as a free education. But we expect Mahama to do all of that, because those were the things that he promised. I will end here. God willing, I'll see you guys again on Thursday, right? No, Thursday I'm traveling. So maybe when I get back, Monday, I will be in studio and we'll do again. So once again, NDC, my NDC friends, my NDC enemies, my NDC people, once again, congratulations to all of you. You ran a campaign that actually stuck, that took all Ghanaians by storm. We thought the lies wouldn't stick. We thought Ghanaians would research and know said they are more canny a throw, but Ghanaians bought into it. Some and no cranty bufu into man kotwaba. What you say? Until now, no, ye the BBA mamo. The best Ramona say, a dina, Mode Baba ye Juma master no ni police station near the NDS Ramunyai. Ubi anyone no be pre home. He say more parliaments, I'm up as a Ghana for that 6 p.m. You better. Because you have the power to effect those change. Don't buy excuse for a lazy president who cannot perform. Think about Ghana first. And I believe, say, if that is how we see it, Unyankopon beboa, Emma Ghana na ye. We MPP ni abompa ya bobi mama mani feel this time. Because Ophelia beka Ophelia ye juma papa ya ye ni na ebe pepa. So pray for him to succeed. As I will be praying for him to succeed. Because that is the only way. The fact that I don't agree with him, the fact that I don't like his policies as a government, does not mean I should wish bad for my country. As for NDC, that is what they do. If it is not me, SSS say. But for MPP, we are going to show them how to be matured politicians and matured opposition. And where needs be, we'll be correcting them. But all we could say, congratulations, and we wish them well in the next 4 years that is ahead of us. My name again is Felix Appiah. Here is Koda Radio. This is Buga Buga Show, and I will end here. Bye bye.
I wish I didn't any somewhere close to a from Tintification, so I'm a person was so bad. Now, what TV no watch a watching. Ashanti media, meeting Eddie Otoman come over and look for Santi.